Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Idle Musings of the Nerd Mind podcast, coming to you live from the middle of the internet. I don't is that a place?
Somewhere. In the ether.
The void, yeah. We are coming to you straight from the void with our good friend H.P. Lovecraft. He's kind of a junk human being, but he lives in the void, so...
Thank you for saying that. I'm just saying.
If we're gonna come out
of my research, hurt my heart a little bit, but hey.
yeah, terrible human being. Love his work as an author, but like it always made me kind of laugh because when the J.K. Rowling thing all kind of came down and everybody had like a crisis of identity based on that, and I was like, guys, first time with this. Obviously not H.P. Lovecraft fans.
Right. You don't read that.
News. I love it. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in with us. Whether you're tuning in with us live to watch our video cast here over at Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube, because we are now on YouTube, guys. YouTube Woo-hoo! For us tube. And we're now live there. I know. That was a stretch. Did I pull a hamstring?
Keep going. You got it.
Thanks, guys, for tuning in. And if you're tuning into the audio podcast, also thank you for tuning into us over at Spotify and all the various other places that you inject audio podcasts into your ear holes. So thank you guys for tuning in. And of course, my name is Matt Reschneider. I'm one of your three-headed lovely hosts here at the Idle Musings podcast. And of course, joining me is the lovely
Stephanie. What's up, guys?
At this point, is it a podcast if you're not singing on it?
Ooh-hoo.
I was going to say, you dropped Nickelback last week. You were singing some Nickelback
this week.
Yeah, who knows what we'll drop this week. You dropped Nickelback and Power Rangers last week. So, guys, stay tuned. At this point, we're gonna have some show tunes going on pretty soon. So, thank you so much for joining us, Stephanie. And of course, down below me, I've got the wonderful
Richard Williams. How are y'all? Ready? Let's do it. It's Steph. I'm just saying, you can sing songs, just don't do Jars of Clay. It goes back. It's a thing. It's a thing with me. I'm just saying.
For you, I won't.
I won't. Don't worry.
I weirdly have so many questions about this now that I don't think I'm going to ask on live air.
Okay.
I may ask you,
later.
We'll talk about Jars of Clay.
Southern Baptist Christian kid. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, there you go.
And I'm done with that too.
And I'm done with that. Yeah, you've moved on. You now listen to a lot of Counting Crows. It's fine. It's just it's fine.
Not since college.
Not
We're
since
gonna stop there because it's gonna age me. I'm just saying.
I know there's a lot of, and I tend to alienate our audience a lot by some of the jokes I make, and I know there's a lot of Counting Crows fans out there and whatnot, but I don't know anybody that listened to them beyond college. I feel like they were such a college band. And
I don't even know anybody that listens to them, period. I'm just saying.
You're also from New York.
Smash Mouth. I'm just saying.
Okay, so see now. No. Here's my thing. I was just chatting with Steph about Smash Mouth the other day.
Oh my God.
It's true.
Bring it.
It's not that I'm a Smash Mouth fan. but their debut album, Fu Shu Mang, was my first CD I ever owned, and it was their ska record. Like it's super punky ska before they went like super mainstream. But anyway, I was just like, that's so funny you bring up Smash Mouth. So we're just gonna jump from Nickelback to Smash Mouth. We're gonna just chat about all these bands. So
no doubt, we'll stop.
Yeah, we'll just stop. We'll just
ska.
Stop
You
this.
said ska, no doubt. When they began, and then
right, and then when ska went away, so did No Doubt. So that's kind of how that works.
Right.
We are so derailed. We are now. Thank you for listening to the music podcast here with
somebody once told me.
See, there we go.
Oh, no.
Keep going. I told you were going to sing by this time, and we're gonna get into it. So.
Oh my god!
Okay.
Do it.
All right, I'm ready.
Yeah. It's just I just want to know. I want to let you guys know that you're all stars in my eyes. Just, And I'm pretty sure our discussion about Smash Mouth got off track because I went on one of my classic Rife rants about the movie Shrek. So because
he absolutely did.
I did, and it was like a 20-minute rant, and maybe we'll save that for another episode. We'll put that aside, and we'll talk about the state of animation and about my dismay with it.
Oh my goodness, Steph, you're cracking me up.
It's
not
intense.
For kids. Not for kids.
Turns out neither was Shrek. Shrek was not for kids, nor for adults. All right, we are going to be moving on. That was my thesis statement of my Rife rant about the movie Shrek. Guys, what have you been watching this week? And I'm going to start. I think I started with Steph last time, so I'm going to start with Richard this time. Richard, what have you been watching this week? What have you been reading, watching, playing? What have you doing?
I'll start with what I'm watching. It's Young Justice. It's in its 4th season. The first 2 seasons were on the Cartoon Network. And this season going on is season 4. In season 3, it was on HBO Max. Or the DC Showcase, whatever it was. And then it all went to HBO Max. And wow, this season they're concentrating on certain older members of Young Justice who all began, and it's really showing them growing up and real world stuff. One of the superheroes is a single mom who has an autistic kid. Another ended up coming out and has a boyfriend. It started in season 3 and it's since continued, and I love it. Those Atlanteans, I'm just saying, they're progressive. And this season,
I can't.
And this season, they had a poly relationship, all in Atlantis. Those Atlanteans.
Wait, the Atlantis in Bahamas?
No.
No, he means the lost city of Atlanta. The one that fell off of the coast of Georgia, right? Is that what it was? Coke?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. No. Anyway, I've been watching that and seeing the mixture of real world and animation. I just kind of love these characters more, and it keeps making me love them. One of my groups is the Young Justice group. I'm a part of on Facebook.
Sounds about right.
One guy just went off and he goes, "Oh, social justice warriors and this, that, and the other." And everyone who helped me on that argument, I adore and I love you, because I was just over it. I'm like, what? He hated it because they were showing real life situations. So I'm going to shut up about that. I am reading X-Men, where 159, where Storm gets turned into a vampire, and then not. But anyway, read it. I'm done.
I was gonna say, I feel like
It's
Here's
so
the thing, Richard.
quick.
I'm seeing a pattern here, Richard, with what you're doing every week, and it's Young Justice, it's Moon Knight, and it's vampires. I feel like those are like your core tenets of your personality.
Now.
I'm gonna put you on blast right now, Richard. Are you or are you not a vampire?
No, I wish sometimes.
I wish. That was so sad.
Like, what's
that
your
was
name?
the saddest thing.
What's your name? What'd you say to me?
This was supposed to be a joke, but man, that came out really sad.
No, I was joking. I'm joking. Everyone's like, "Oh my god,
are we sure?
Crazy."
I appreciate.
They're like, "Did you take your pills?" Are you okay?
As you're like sucking on a blood pack, you're like, "I'm sorry."
Oh my god! I'm like, "What? This is a Capri Sun. What?
This is a Capri Sun.
Cherry flavored.
Cherry flavored.
Cherry.
I put it in the fridge. It gets it nice and thick and coagulated. I mean, nice and thick and frosty and frosty. Yes, that's
right. Totally. Oh my god! What's going on, guys? Let's go.
All right, Steph. What have you been doing this week? What have you been watching? What have you been reading?
So I finished the last 2 episodes of Archive 81. I am super sad that there's not going to be a season 2 because I think the way that season 1 ended was awesome, and season 2 would have been super, super fun. I don't know how to talk about it without giving it away.
I was gonna say it's gonna be all spoilers because it's
just all I could say is the two characters ended up switching like roles. I don't know.
Yes, switching
if that makes
sense.
That
makes sense.
Yes. Super good. And then what else did I watch this week? I watched a movie on Hulu called Agnes. And it's super good. You think it's going to be about Agnes, and it's not. FYI.
Yeah.
I think it's a horror movie, a horror drama. I would say a drama horror, to be honest.
Okay.
It starts off as an exorcism movie, and it moves away from that.
Yeah.
It's not an exorcism movie though.
It's interesting, yeah.
It's really good though. I don't, Matt.
I'm sold.
What, you're gonna throw the ball to me? No, it's a fascinating movie because it literally is the first half is essentially almost a mocking of the Possession film in its own way, and then it goes from there, and it takes a much more dramatic.
Definitely had comedy tones to it for sure.
Oh, okay,
especially in the first half.
Awesome.
Yeah,
okay,
it's
cool.
Yeah, it's a very interesting movie. I do highly suggest it. I know it was hitting the film circuit recently, and it just hit Hulu, so I do highly suggest it. I thought it was a phenomenal little flick. So it was good stuff. It was good stuff. All right. Anything else, Steph? Anything else you want to talk about?
No. What about you, Matt? What have you been up to this week?
Yeah.
Well, here's the deal. I'm going to bring up something. I'm going to pass the ball over to you because I want to talk about an anime series that we had started watching, which is the Junji Ito Collection, which was a series of animated versions of his short stories done as like 15-minute or 10-minute segments, little short stories. And I love Junji Ito. I was explained to me that he's like, if you took H.P. Lovecraft and combined it with David Cronenberg, and as a manga writer, as a comic book writer, and that's not far from the truth. And it was fun to kind of introduce Steph to these stories. Steph, what did you feel about the Junji Ito collection?
In many ways, I feel like he's like my spirit animal. Because, you know, when you see him do interviews, he's like so happy and like, hello, kitty, and, you know, like all this. Yeah. But then his stuff is like so dark.
Dark?
It's so dark. It was good. It's just.
It's creepy. He's unnerving as a writer and animator.
And it's.
But is it funny, like unnerving?
No, it's like horror.
Is it just
it's like
dark? all the way
It's like
through.
horror all the way
It's
through.
dark. There's nothing happy.
Wow.
Yeah, there was
At
really
all.
nothing happy about it.
We're gonna talk later because I need to see this. Then
Yes,
I think it's on
absolutely want
Funimation.
to.
yeah, I think we watched it on Funimation.
Oh, Crunchyroll. I think they're
well,
the same thing now.
They're kind of now the same
Yeah.
thing. They're getting there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're combined.
I got both, so just
You've
let me
got
know.
both? Oh,
I'm
okay,
going
yeah.
there.
No, yeah. I think it was on. I think we watched it on Funimation, but yeah, I didn't realize that it had been adapted to animation because one of his longer series of short stories, Uzumaki or Spiral, is now being adapted as an anime for Toonami, the new relaunched Toonami, and
Is it really?
and I was like been following it, and then I was like, wait, they've already adapted a bunch of his short stories as like kind of like a one season, monster of the week kind of deal, and it's got some creepy stuff. It got some really unnerving stuff, and I highly suggest it. So, but it was just fun to see Steph be like, we can't watch this at night. This is really unnerving.
There was just one short.
That's scary.
Oh, there was just one with like this guy had holes all over his body. Like holes.
Yeah, he was cursed to have holes in his body.
Okay, that's
and the dialogue that.
Is it dubbed? Is it dubbed or is it like
we watched it subbed?
Okay,
right?
all right. Cool.
No, I think we watched it in English. Yeah, we watched it dubbed. There is a subbed version of it, but I couldn't find it on Funimation. I think it's only dubbed on Funimation. But
it was a decent dub.
Yeah, it's pretty good dub. So yeah, not bad. And I'm usually like very anti-dub, but it was the only way for me to watch it, unless I wanted to buy the Blu-ray. So I was like, and Blu-ray's super pricey. It's like $60, $50 or something. And I was like, that's for a blind buy.
Not today, Satan.
Not today, Satan.
Turn
but anyways,
around, get away.
Turn around, go home, Satan.
Go home. Turn around.
First of all, it's brunch.
First of all, it's brunch, Satan.
Before Satan. Now go away.
You've had your avocado toast. You're fine. Go home.
I don't eat that. We've got the brunch. I'll be like, someone puts that in front of me. I'm like, who did this? Who hates me this much? We're gonna leave it there.
We'll leave it there. I did want to bring up that also this week was the 30th anniversary of Hard Boiled, one of my favorite action movies of all time. The John Woo Hong Kong classic starring Chow Yun-fat and Tony Leung.
Good.
It's so good. So I had a chance to watch it this week for its 30th anniversary. I adore that movie. I will always suggest it 100
Richard.
times.
All I have to say is he lights his cigarette on a burning car.
Okay.
He does. He literally puts the cigarette in his mouth, leans over, lights it on a car that's on fire.
So cool.
That
was a really good movie.
You had me.
And it's
hello. All right. I gotta see it. But we keep saying we're gonna do it. And also I think it's Dracula. It's horror back in the day. Hammer.
Oh, Hammer horror.
Yeah. I totally want to see that too with y'all. So
yeah,
I can't wait. Let me know.
Do some Hammer horror. Yeah, we'll do a Hammer horror marathon. It's one of my favorites. So we'll dig into
Lots
that.
Of Dracula.
I literally have I think 30 or 40 Hammer movies on Blu-ray now. So it's at this point. It's
not surprised.
I've got giant box sets and everything, and it's good stuff.
Oh my god! Oh my goodness! I think I have one, and my sister gave it to me, and it was a DVD and $1. But she gave it to me for Christmas. Katie, don't ever do that again. I see you.
If she got you a Hammer horror movie for $1,
but I don't think she knew.
You just keep that up.
Vampire
you keep that up. You keep it going. Yeah, because you're a vampire, Richard. We've come to conclude Richard is a vampire.
It's true. Facts.
At this point, Smashing Pumpkins is going to come in and be like, if Richard is a vampire, and then hit that bass line going in. That's our new theme song.
Oh my god. Y'all gotta meet my friends, and then we can talk about that.
Okay. All right. Fine. All right. Only one last thing I want to talk about, and that's a new horror film over on Netflix. It's called Choose or Die. This is a new video game-based horror film.
Oh, yeah,
It
that one.
is.
I want to see it.
It's a movie. It's a movie. I mean, that's what I'll say about that.
Is it bad?
I did not like it. I was not a
Okay.
fan.
Steph? No?
No. I hate to
shit.
say bad things, but like
Okay.
it was
shit.
not my forte.
All right.
It's interesting because the concept is super gimmicky. It's like an old 1980s video game that this young woman kind of discovers. And when she starts to play it, as it turns out, it has control on reality. It's almost like it's a cursed video game. And it makes you choose. You either choose or you die. And you have to make choices, and it like hurts people in real life or makes you do wild things. There's I'm not going to go deep into spoilers or anything like that, but there's like a scene in the opening, like her first level is that the waitress at the thing starts eating glass.
Okay.
And she has to make her she has to choose, can we, yes, it is a weird combination of it should be weirder and maybe quirkier and funnier than it is, but it's dead serious. It's like a Saw movie in seriousness.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Which is
wow.
kind of the weird part about it. It makes for an interesting watch simply because of that juxtaposition and tonalities between its script and what it's doing on screen. I don't think it works, but it's interesting. And I was suggesting it's on Netflix. Feel free. It was literally 90 minutes, and as I've always said, and I will always say, I will give anything 90 minutes. Any movie deserves 90 minutes. It's every 5
Bring
minutes.
Bring back
after
90-minute movies. Can we make that the norm? I'm just saying.
I can do 90 minutes. I like it.
I'm all
if
about
it's
90.
good, I don't care. Time flies by, but if it's not good, it's like, oh my god.
But that's my rule of thumb. Every movie gets 90 minutes. But you have to earn every 5 to 15 minutes after that. You have to be good if you're going to earn that time. I'll give the stupidest movie 90 minutes. I have seen John Leguizamo's The Pest, and that is a
okay. First of all,
why?
What's wrong with that movie?
We're gonna have to rewatch The Pest.
Oh my god!
We're gonna have to rewatch The Pest. Let's do a commentary on The Pest.
Oh my god!
John, don't listen to
commentary.
him. Okay.
I adore John Leguizamo, and I had that movie on VHS, and I may have watched it 100 times because I thought it was very funny as a teenager. But rewatching it as an adult, that movie is a hard watch.
Stop it.
So
it's kind of like Wonder Woman back in the day, and I watched it as an adult, and I was like,
a little bit of a struggle.
Let's go. Just spin.
Let's go.
Just spin and turn into different outfits. And I'm good. And beat up men. And beat men up. Let's do it.
The best.
There's nothing better than twirls and violence. Those are what I live for.
Twirls.
That's all what I'm about.
Steph is like, that's actually, I've got that tattooed on my forearms. It says twirls and
violence. And new outfits. Oh my god!
I appreciate it. All right. Let's move on. Let's move on to our first segment that we're going to be talking about today is we've had a lot of things come up in the news this last week, and I've chatted with you guys offline about some of these things. And one of the things is we've had a lot of trailer drops. So I want to throw out a little bit of what I would like to call a trailer park. And that is where we park our butts down and let's talk about some trailers. Let's talk about the trailer park. So the first one I want to pick your guys' brains on is one that actually just came out this week, and that is the new teaser trailer for Thor: Love and Thunder, which is the fourth Thor movie in the MCU. Guys, what did you think of this new teaser trailer?
Richard, that's all you.
Oh my god, I love it! I don't care because I know all the stuff behind the scenes. Like, you see Thor with his hair, and he has a braid, and it's he has a vest and everything. Dude, that is Thunderstrike from the 80s comic books where Thor merged with Eric. I think it's Masterson, and he was a construction worker. And oh my god, he had like that outfit. Boom, all Thunderstrike.
See,
Anyway,
I would have rather watched
awesome.
a trailer of you describing the trailer. Because to me, that's interesting.
Did you hate it? Did you hate it? You didn't see Baby Groot yet.
Yeah, I was not into
That turns
it.
it
I think
around.
it's like
That turns it
Guardians of the
around.
Galaxy
I loved
movie
it.
with Thor
I
in
kind
it.
of loved it. So
I mean, I get it's a teaser trailer, and I want to give it the
it's
benefit of the doubt,
fun.
and it is
Yeah.
fun. I don't know. I'm having this weird like mental break with the MCU right now that I'm not sure
What is going
we
on?
Because all the movies are the same.
Well,
I didn't
No!
say it. I didn't say it.
Wait
I
till the
didn't.
vampires and the werewolves start coming on. You're gonna be like, what? Where am
Okay.
I?
Okay,
So-
am I
Moon
gonna
Knight.
have to wait another 20 years for that?
No, because Moon Knight, it's coming up. Moon Knight appeared in Werewolf by Night, number 23. So there, it's coming. Doctor Strange, Wanda.
Okay,
Come
I will
on.
be.
I
I'm
do
excited
love that.
about Doctor Strange. I'm excited about Doctor
I
Strange.
am
excited about that
too.
one.
I was weirdly excited for this new Thor movie because I thought Thor Ragnarok was going to be good. I love
Right.
Taika Waititi as a director and a
I
writer.
love him.
And
Yes.
this trailer, I don't know. It just like it just didn't do a whole lot for me. I was like, I'm not getting an emotional connection.
Can
here.
we
I'm not-
stop with Guns N' Roses songs, please?
Guns
I'm
and
over
the
it.
Roses?
Yes, I'm sorry, I messed up.
I love it.
Like
Oh
I
my God.
can't.
Axl
Sweet
Rose
Child
just
of Mine?
ate another person because he was so angry that you said Guns N' the Roses.
Except for Interview with the Vampire. Okay, that was a good Guns N' Roses song.
Yeah, but there was even a cover
of that
of it.
music
That was
era.
a cover
Right,
of the Rolling Stones. Yeah,
It was
it's fun.
fun.
It's
Are
good,
you
it's good.
talking
Sympathy-
about the end of
Yeah,
Interview
Sympathy for
with
the Devil.
Vampire?
Yeah, that was Guns N' Roses
I loved
covering the
it.
Rolling Stones. Yeah, Sympathy for the Devil.
Oh
But
shit! I didn't know that.
it's not even their
Okay.
song. Yeah, so
Damn.
I'll give it a
Okay.
slide.
All
I'll give it a
right,
slide.
I'll give you that. All right.
But yeah, Sweet Child of Mine's overused. It's Guns N' Roses is overused. I was just like, I didn't, and I get it. They dropped you on that last moment with Jane,
I know they got me.
And quite frankly, that's the thing I'm most looking forward to. And so part of me was
Who's
like,
Jane?
Oh, Jane Foster, his girlfriend in the first two movies.
Who magically disappears in the third movie because
Oh,
Natalie
isn't
Portman
that
was
Natalie
like, I'm not
Portman?
going to be in it anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, she comes back.
Yeah, that's her.
That's her in that final scene.
And okay, so let me tell you about the story just a little bit. Natalie Portman, who plays Jane Foster in the comic books, has cancer and she's going through chemo. And for some reason, Thor is not worthy of the hammer anymore. So it goes to her. But every time she turns into Mighty Thor, which is, female Thor, I just say Mighty Thor, but some people are like, what?
Yeah.
She gets
Power Rangers.
Well, when she turns into that, Mighty Thor, her chemo is flushed out of her body, and she gets sicker and sicker and sicker every time she turns into that character. So I'm interested to see, are they going to go that route? Because
that seems really dark for MCU.
She kept doing it. She's like, I have to help these people. I have to do this. I don't know. I loved her in the comic books. If you ever get a chance to read Mighty Thor with Jane Foster, oh my God, it's good reading. Anyway, I hope they go that route a little bit, but I don't know. Good or bad ending? Yeah. I don't know.
Richard,
so we might get a female Thor movies, because is that what you're kind of telling me?
I hope so.
I mean, I'd kind of be in for that.
That's kind of what I'm hoping this is this is a passing of the Mjolnir.
It
over. That's what I'm hoping it is.
No, I hope it is too, because it's like maybe he's tired of it. We don't know.
I mean, it's been 75 years. I'm tired of it too.
I'm tired.
And a half. And a half.
And a half. Don't forget those 6 months.
Right. Don't forget the half.
Also, Richard, this is why we love you. We're like, here's a comic book movie, and you just gave us like 75 years worth of backstory.
For real, though.
And I love it. I love it because I don't know these things. I didn't read comic books like that. The comic books I read were like crazy ones, right? And I didn't read like
Tomb of Dracula, Werewolf by Night, Living Mummy, Frankenstein's Monster.
Oh yeah, I was like,
all
yeah,
Marvel.
Image, Dark Horse. See, I didn't do Marvel at all or DC. I didn't touch those.
I did like IDW, Dark Horse.
IDW, Dark Horse.
Those indie ones, Dark Castle.
Yeah, and then the only vampire I loved in DC is I, Vampire. And it was a part of Justice League Dark. I mean, the new I, Vampire, but I read the old ones in the 80s. And anyway, it was awesome. I'm just showing.
Well,
because I will keep going.
Yeah. Well, it's a teaser trailer for Thor, so maybe there'll be more to it. I was not blown away by it. I wanted to be, and I just wasn't. And
it made me laugh. And
a couple good fun, it is weirdly Guardians 2.5. And I'm really curious how that goes.
Be nice. You saw that. Did you see my comment? I'm like, be nice.
I did, and that's why I brought it up live on the podcast.
It's trying. Right.
No, I'm just curious because the Guardians are very much a James Gunn creation, and even in the Avengers movies where James Gunn isn't writing for him, I feel like they fall a little bit flatter than expected. So I'm really curious to see what Taika Waititi can do with the Guardians. But I'll just bide my time and wait for Guardians 3 because I'm a big James Gunn fan. So
it's gonna be good. I've heard good stuff.
All right.
Steph, how do you feel?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. How do you feel
about Thor?
About Thor?
I thought I explained that.
Okay, you're right.
I did.
That's right. We're good. We're good.
He's like, I did explain it. I wasn't thrilled.
Do you got something else?
Yeah. Next.
Okay.
All right.
Okay,
next.
All right.
All right. Next trailer I want to bring up is one that I just want to bring up and see what you guys thought because I'm a huge fan, and that is we finally got the first trailer for Shin Ultraman, the new movie by Anno, part of his new Shin universe that he's doing over in Japan. I'm an Ultraman ultra fanatic, and I was stoked for this trailer. But what did you guys think? I mean, I was just like on cloud nine. I was like floating around.
I was just excited because you were excited. And to be fair,
that is the sweetest thing I've ever heard. I'm
the Ultraman anime on Netflix,
second
cool.
season. Second season just came out for the new Ultraman anime on Netflix. Yeah,
pretty cool. I know it has nothing to do with each other, but I don't really know much about Ultraman. But I'm excited to find out.
All you need to know is that Ultraman set the standard for pretty much everything in terms of even Power Rangers owes everything to Ultraman. I mean, it's a huge influence on so much Japanese, pop culture stuff. So I mean, it's still on, and not just the anime series. There's still TV series that run to this day. It has been on since the 60s. So there's something to that longevity, so and whatnot. But Richard, did you watch the trailer? Did you get a chance to watch it?
I did. I'm not familiar with the newer stuff. I just remember stuff when I was a kid. I mean, the two things I watched that were kind of Japanimation back then was the Guyver and
oh
Ultraman.
My God. Whoa. Richard.
Did
you watch the anime? Guyver?
The anime, yeah. I watched the cartoon. It was amazing. Are you talking about the Guyver or Ultraman or both?
No, Guyver.
Oh my God.
She's a Guyver fanatic.
Oh my God.
Dude. Oh my God.
I saw the Guyver as a kid and I was like,
I had it on VHS, dude.
Yeah.
Guyver's amazing.
It's so good. Vampire Wars is good too. Guess what? Richard likes Vampire Wars.
I was gonna say once again, Richard is our favorite vampire. So please don't call us in our sleep.
And blood. Come on. That's all good stuff. Yeah. Anyway, good Vampire one. I see you. And Helsing.
And Helsing. Oh, Helsing. So I haven't seen Helsing. Right. I need to watch Helsing.
What?
Okay. That's whoa.
Okay, we gotta stop.
Yeah, you just killed all of our audio audience with how
Oh,
high that
shit.
you went 22 octaves up when you said
Sorry.
what. It was incredible.
It was from my diaphragm. I was
yes.
breathing.
It was
And it came out.
it was truly a note only vampires could hear.
Oh
So
my god.
last but not least,
There
there
you
was a trailer that dropped for the new David Cronenberg movie, Crimes of the Future. We actually got a US teaser trailer and then a French trailer that actually had a lot
What?
more footage with
Yeah.
it. A lot more
Okay.
footage. It actually has a little bit more of a like. It looks like it's starting to put together some kind of a plot or themes versus the US one, which was just more imagery and tone.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, guys. I'm like one of the biggest David Cronenberg top 5 director of all time for me. Huge David Cronenberg fan. What did you guys think of this? Because I automatically gave it 5 stars. It didn't matter what it was. It was going to get 5 stars for me. But what did you guys think?
It looks creepy and weird, and I'm in. I mean, and the French trailer, they said that surgery is the new sex.
Yeah, that's the line in the French trailer.
So it's like, oh,
What?
it's gonna be so creepy and a lot of body horror, and it's gonna be good.
Okay.
And
I'm tempted to put across the ticker on the bottom hashtag surgery is the new sex, just to like throw it on there.
I dare you. I dare you. You're like,
you guys don't even know I have the power.
I know you do.
All right,
like,
all right.
Oh my god,
Richard,
make me look good.
What did
Make me look good. Go ahead. Sorry.
what do you think, Richard? What do you think about it?
I only saw the American version, but man, I love him, and I love how Viggo Mortensen is like almost in all of his movies now. What was it where he played the mobster? It wasn't even like really horror. It was Viggo
Eastern
Mortensen.
Promises.
That, but there was the other
Oh,
one,
you mean
remember?
History of Violence?
That. Oh my god. Have me at hello. Those two love each other. You could I mean not like love each other, but they love working together. Yay! That's what I was trying to say. So and I can't wait to see it. I'm super excited, to tell you the truth. But I need to go see the French trailer now.
Yeah.
I didn't know that they had one.
Yeah, and it's interesting because they do have some new lines in it, including surgery is the new sex. Hashtag surgery is the new sex. Feel free to use that, guys. Let's get that trending on Twitter for the Cannes Film Festival. Yeah. At the end of this, I'm going to put hashtag long live the new flesh, which is, of course, the great David Cronenberg line from Videodrome. So,
oh my God. Oh, back in the day.
The new flesh. Love it.
He gets the television. I'm going to leave it there.
And this really does it. He flogs a television set in that movie. Yeah, talk about but this that's what Crimes of the Future, which is technically an expansion or remake of one of his first student films from the 1970s, is going to be interesting because it does look like it is in that same world of Videodrome or Existence, which is the video game one about the people who jack in with the video game like an organic video game.
No, right. Jude Law. Oh my God,
Law.
It's amazing.
Yeah, that movie is fucking wild, and I'm here for it. And I'm glad that David Cronenberg literally must have seen what his son is doing in the films with Antiviral and Possessor, and was like, "Son, let me show you how it's doing." Yeah, that was his.
Did you like it, Steph? Did you like it?
I hated Possessor.
Whoa!
Oh my God.
Oh my God!
I like it at all.
That's Brandon Cronenberg.
Like all my friends, it's like this with them. Some hate it a little, some hate it a lot.
I was in. Jack me into Possessor.
I thought it was okay. I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. I thought it was an okay movie. So
I saw it in the middle of the pandemic at Alamo Draft House.
There you go.
By myself. And you want to talk about a movie that makes you feel a lot of weird feelings? Try sitting in a theater by yourself.
It didn't make me feel any weird feelings because it sucked.
I like it. So
Oh my goodness.
just saying. I'm just saying he saw that and he was like, Brandon Cronenberg making some weird stuff. You know what? I got to show him. I got Daddy's come home. We got to go back.
Daddy's back.
Daddy's back.
With a Z though, Zaddy.
Oh, oh my God.
The Z from Existence. Yeah. I'm in. It's so good.
Daddy's back.
All right, let's go. I'm horrible. I will.
I don't know where we're going with this at this point, but I'm sure David Cronenberg.
Let the fire burn.
Yeah, David Cronenberg's like listening to this, and he's like, "Yes, that's exactly what my movie's about."
Right? He's like, "They get me.
They understand what I'm about." Absolutely. I love it.
All right, let's go.
All right. Okay, so that was the last of the trailers. And I know there was another piece of news that you had brought up, Richard, that you had some thoughts on. And I thought I would give you, because we're already running out of time. This actually took up way more time than I expected.
1 minute thoughts a piece.
1 minute thoughts a piece. We had a lot of actors come out against method acting very verbally in the news lately, or at least they have over the last few years, and somebody finally kind of gathered all those quotes together to kind of say, like, is method acting truly deserving of all the awards? And I think that's a really interesting question. And Richard, you brought it up, and I think that is something that we should discuss. So, Richard, what do you brought it up? What do you think about method acting versus, regular ass acting?
Right. Well, right. I have to go into an ice cube because I am an ice cube. I mean, like what Sam Jackson said, what my God, the guy who played Hannibal. God,
Mads Mikkelsen.
Yes. Oh my God. And a couple of other people. I agree. And I think it was Sam Jackson that's like, acting's supposed to kind of be a safe place. Where you can go and you can play and you can be this person and be that person and what have you. Jared Leto, I don't know. Some of the movies I love.
Leave it there. Jared Leto, shrug.
No, but like he did what? The something dollar club million. I can never remember names. It's like the $1 Million Club. The one he won an Oscar for playing a drag queen.
Jared Leto won an Oscar?
Oh, Dallas Buyers Club.
Yeah, he won. Didn't he win an Oscar for that? I thought he did.
I don't. That's a great question.
Wow.
Let me look that up while you guys chat.
I mean, if you've seen that movie, it's really good. I mean, it's a really, really good movie. It's moving, and anyway,
he did. He won an Oscar for Best Supporting Actor. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, supporting actor in it. Okay.
Best Supporting Actor for Dallas Buyers Club.
And I will tell you that it's like I am more on the side of why. Why do you need to go through all of that? It's like if you are that imaginative, you don't have to, go through that. Go watch some movies or documentaries or what have you, or shadow somebody. But why should you have to go through that? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, that's how I feel about it. I'm trying to make it quick. So.
Yeah. We're already running out of time. I kind of agree with you. Method acting is really interesting because a lot of those guys do win awards when they do method acting. Daniel Day-Lewis is notoriously a method actor. Mickey Rourke is notoriously a method actor and things like that.
Yeah.
So they do tend to win awards because they really get into it and whatnot. But you're right. It does kind of create an unsafe space occasionally for other actors or crew members.
It does.
And can be a burden on a production. But, that's kind of how it goes. It makes it for an interesting topic. Go ahead, Steph.
To play devil's advocate, you say it creates an unsafe space. Is that the norm, or is that,
assholes who are doing it?
Yeah, basically. Because I don't know. I feel like I'm not an actor, so I don't really know what I would do as an actor. But as a person that, is creative and loves to write and stuff,
Right.
you definitely get into the characters and stuff that you write. And I don't see anything wrong with that unless you're like hurting people and sending people dead rats. Like, that's weird. Don't do that.
Yeah.
But if you're
Yeah.
not hurting anybody, I don't necessarily.
Well, that's a great point, Steph, because
Yeah.
you never hear about method actors being like, well, I was playing a dad, so I actually decided to be a good dad in real life, you never hear that. You only hear about it when it's like Christian Bale's like, I'm a war-torn apocalypse guy, and I yell at all of the the script studies or the continuity people because they're assholes. And you're like, well, yeah, just quit being an asshole. So maybe you're right, Steph. Maybe it's not so much the method acting, it's just that asshole-ish people tend to choose method acting to kind of feel that way. That's an interesting thought. I never thought about that.
Well, who was? Oh God. Anyway, it's going to take forever. I think basically method acting. It's more on the person. Rarely, it's on the other castmates. But yeah, it can have a toll on the whole film. And it's like, fuck, that's more money. Shit, we got to do this. It's like, but Jared Leto for Morbius, he had to go on his crutches to the bathroom until someone was like, okay, money is being wasted, get in a wheelchair. We're going to take your resume, we'll bring it back, So anyway, it was just, I think
it's just fun to think about that because
ridiculous to me.
It's fun to think about that Jared Leto one with Morbius simply because, like, as somebody who watched that movie, I was completely unenamored with Jared Leto's performance at all. And the entire time I was like, man, I don't buy this for a minute. And I was like, and yet, like, he's like, I got into it. I was like, I'm shocked he didn't start drinking blood just for the sake of it. Richard's like, I'm sorry, you did what? I'm in.
I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay.
It's okay. Me too.
Actually, guys, he actually only drank AB positive blood. I don't know if you guys
know. No.
Okay.
Oh my god. No.
I can't keep a straight face.
I know. And then, there's a lot of jokes there.
I can't believe it.
And they're like, Jared Leto, why did you
drink Jared Leto?
It's better for his physique.
Yeah. How do you think I got into shape? I drink the blood of my enemy.
Oh my god. I don't even know. Jesus.
All right. There we go. We're going to wrap things up now. We're already over time, guys. Thank you so much for joining me today, both Steph and Richard the Vampire. Thank you guys for joining us. I know we're just going to run with this. This will forever be what you are known for. Thank you for tuning in, whether you're watching or listening, for all of the wonderful folks out there that support us and kind of watch us over at Facebook or Twitter or anything like that. Of course, you guys can always watch us on all of our formats, YouTube or anything. You can find us at facebook.com/Idle Nerd Musings, over at Twitter at Idle Nerd Musings, and of course, youtube.com /Idle Nerd Musings. You can find us there. We'll have all the links down below here in the show notes for this episode. And then, of course, we want to give a kind thank you to the people over at Ear Glue Media. Thank you so much for all of your work in helping us get this show off of the ground. Thank you so much to Eric Fossum with Fossum Studios for all of our lovely artwork and all of our lovely banners and things like that. Thank you to all our supporters and backers. And my thank yous just keep getting longer. They're going to start playing me off like the Oscars. And thank you to everyone that works so hard to bring so many nerdy things to us day in and day out. And of course, I have only two thoughts left before I bid everyone a good night as we set this nerd mind to idle. And that is, first of all, it's brunch, Richard. And second of all, #surgery is the new sex. So thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Have a wonderful evening. We will see you next week.
Bye, guys.
And Richard can only come out at night, so we can only record this at night. So if we do any live shows, guys, it's going to be midnight.
Don't put this on me. Don't put this on me.
I watch Midnight Mass. I know how
I got blinds. I can put blinds down.
Are they blackout curtains?
Totes. Yes.
Blackout curtains. We also call them vamp curtains. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great, wonderful night. We will see you next week.